January 7th, 2022. Halfcast 218, episode 218. Let's go. Of course, I have a few things to share with you. An evening of reflection. Shall we? Pioneering performer Sidney Poitier, who was the first Black actor to win an Oscar, I did not know that, has died at age 94. Poitier earned the Best Actor Academy Award for Lilies of the Field in 1964, just as the U.S. Civil Rights Movement was sweeping the nation. He also had been the first Black actor nominated for the same award for the 1958 film The Defiant Ones. He died Thursday in the Bahamas, according to Eugene Torchanuri, acting director general of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the Bahamas. The son of tomato farmers from the Bahamas, Poitier was born 3 months premature in Miami on February 20th, 1927, while his parents were on a trip there weighing 3 pounds. He was not expected to survive. He grew up in poverty on the Bahamas Cat Island and later on Nassau. At age 15, he was sent to live with his brother in Miami. The next year, he moved to New York City at 16, arriving at a time when no Black actor was able to sustain a career as a lead performer or get a film produced on star power alone. Black actors were relegated to stereotypical roles of servants and entertainers. So basically, roles of just being like a court jester or maybe singing, but basically just doing demeaning roles where they can't really show any acting chops. Poitier broke onto the scene during an era in which Black actors appeared primarily in projects with African American casts. And as IndieWire noticed, he broke barriers as one of the first Black actors to appear alongside white actors in white-led productions, which opened the way for more complex roles for Black actors in general. Dope. I made films when the only other Black on the lot was the Shoeshine Boy. He told Newsweek in 1988, I was kind of the lone guy in town. Imagine being the only Black actor that really has his name in the credits as being an actor. What type of prejudice, what type of hate you would get for that? For the white guy that probably got snubbed for the role. In The Defiant Ones, Poitier played a Black convict who befriended a white racist prisoner, played by Tony Curtis. In A Patch of Blue, he played a courtly office worker falling in love with a blind white girl. Oh God. I know people know they didn't like that. In Lilies of the Field, his Baptist handyman builds a chapel for a group of Roman Catholic nuns who are refugees from Germany. And then Lorraine Hansberry's A Raisin in the Sun. Poitier gave life to an ambitious young father whose dreams clash with those of his family members. He played a lot of very different roles, like roles in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and To Sir with Love further broke down social barriers between Blacks and whites. Besides acting, the entertainer was also a director and a producer. I could not imagine being a lead on a movie and having other actors, including actors that have minor roles, maybe some extras that are coming up to you telling you to shine their shoes and bring them a sandwich because it's just unbelievable that a Black person would be on the top line in a movie at that time. R.I.P. to Sir Sidney Poitier. Model stalked in NYC after stranger slips AirTag into her coat pocket. The last article I caught is when a young lady was leaving a bar at around 2, 3 o'clock and on the road noticed someone was her AirTag was pinging her phone, that somebody was following her, and she did the smartest thing, one of the smartest things I've ever heard in that situation. She didn't panic. She didn't go home. She didn't lead the stalker to her house, take notes. She found somewhere safe to crash, and in the morning, when she could see in the daylight, when she could see her and her friend search the car, and under the wheel well on either the passenger or the driver's side, they found the AirTag. So this is becoming very weird very fast. A swimsuit model says she was stalked by a stranger who slipped an Apple AirTag tracker into her coat pocket before following her for 5 hours. Brooke Nader, 26, claims the disturbing incident occurred Wednesday night while she was out in New York City, and she only realized it when her iPhone alerted her to the fact that an unknown accessory was moving with her. An AirTag, first released last April, is a nickel-sized tracking device that acts as a key finder, with Apple users able to attach it to their personal items to make sure they never get lost. However, there have been multiple reports that the gadgets, which retail from $29.99, have been placed by stalkers and thieves inside other people's handbags, cars, and pockets to track their whereabouts. Because if people aren't anything else, they're crafty. Otherwise, how would you get people to multi-purpose a soda can as a crack pipe? Then use a key finder as a tracking device to find people, to stalk people. Nader appears to be the latest victim, with the model relaying her experience to her 827,000 followers on Instagram. This device followed me for the last 5 hours to every location, and it belonged to no one in my network. It also wasn't a phone or tablet, it was an item, she explained. The Sports Illustrated stunner subsequently shared a screenshot of an AirTag via Instagram stories at Apple. Did you take into consideration the danger and potentially fatal consequences this device has? She added, for those asking, it's not my AirTag, it's someone random's who must have slipped it into my belongings while out. Thank you all for checking in and sending helpful articles. I want this to be a PSA to all my ladies to please check your belongings. According to Apple, it could alternatively help prevent stalking by notifying people if they have an AirTag device on their person that isn't registered to them. It's not meant to bring the stalkers to you. It's meant to keep you away from the stalkers. Duh. What a reversal. AirTag is designed to discourage unwanted tracking, the tech company states on its website. If someone else's AirTag finds its way into your stuff, your iPhone will notice it's traveling with you and send you an alert. The alert is what tipped Nader off to the fact an AirTag was in her coat pocket. A spokesperson for Apple told the Post, we take customer safety very seriously and are committed to AirTag's privacy and security. AirTag is designed with a set of proactive features to discourage unwanted tracking, a first in the industry. And the Find My network includes a smart tunable system with deterrence that applies to AirTag as well as third-party products as part of the Find My network accessory program. They added, we are raising the bar on privacy for our users and the industry and hope others will follow. Oh, others are following. All right. Others are definitely doing a lot of following. It's cool that Apple is being clear and upfront about what their product and what their service is meant to do, what the purpose is meant to be for, but it's also clear that people are using these Apple devices. They said it's about the size of a nickel. It's about the size of a nickel that they're using it to track people and steal items. Apple needs to tighten that up. Subway, Jared Fogle speaks for first time from prison. I royally screwed up. Pervy pitchman Jared Fogle feels remorse for all the damage he has done to his career. Pervy pitchman, the jailed pedophile and former face of Subway, penned a letter from prison that cited an inspirational quote from the Shawshank Redemption and detailed his workout routine. I really royally screwed up to wind up where I am. The father of two said in a handwritten letter dated November 7th. 2021 and exclusively obtained by the Post. I was selfish and entitled. Fogle, who prosecutors said had some 400 child porn videos in his possession, Jesus, pleaded guilty in August 2015 to a child pornography charge and paying for sex with an underage girl after traveling from Indiana to New York City. I'm pretty sure there were plenty of Subway groupies looking for extra toppings, and you still decided to go after little kids. He was ordered to pay 1.4 million in restitution to 14 victims. He is now serving 15 years at the Federal Correctional Institution in Inglewood, Colorado. You see what that gets you? Fogle, now 44, was lambasted in 2015 when a Post cover infamously declared, "Enjoy a foot long in jail." This is the first time he has spoken about his life behind bars. He wrote that he is inspired by a line from the movie The Shawshank Redemption, something like, "You can either get busy living or get busy dying when you are sent to prison. I've done everything I can to get busy living and make the most of this unwanted experience." Former Assistant U.S. Attorney Stephen DeBroda, one of the prosecutors in Fogle's trial, told the Post that Fogle's unwanted experience was not caused by a single mistake or bad decision. It was the result of a long standing and persistent pattern of criminal behavior. He wanted to do this, he knew what he was doing was wrong, and now you're paying a price. The case will always be about Fogle's victims, not his prior success in life, his latest characterization of his actions, or his present situation, added the Broda, who served 30 years as a federal prosecutor and is now vice president and chief counsel at the National White Collar Crime Center. Fogle, who wrote that he thinks about all the people I've let down every single day, especially my family, has a son and a daughter now, 11 and 9, with his second wife, Kathleen McLaughlin. After he was busted on the sex charges, she announced she was seeking a divorce, which she finalized 3 months later. She must have had that drafted already. Sheesh. Former Subway spokesman rose to fame in 1999 with his claim to have defeated obesity by exercising and slashing his daily calorie intake to 2,000 from 10,000. Lunch was the chain's 6-inch turkey sub, a bag of baked potato chips, and a Diet Coke. For dinner, he had a foot-long veggie sub and a Diet Coke. Fogle piled up an estimated $15 million fortune appearing in Subway's advertising campaigns. As for his prison diet, he wrote, "I try to avoid too much junk food. I snack on granola bars and protein bars. I feel really good physically and mentally." Jesus Christ. I don't think Subs got it. There had to be some cocaine in his diet or something. You don't try, not just eating Subway. Fogle added that he is currently in top shape due to a rigorous fitness regimen. "I run 4 to 5 miles every day, and I am the most healthy and in shape I've ever been," he wrote. "We don't have a lot of control over our daily lives, but in prison, working is one of the things I can control. I currently weigh 180 pounds." Fogle, who has repeatedly fought to have his sentence reduced, do every day. I hope they make him do every day because this wasn't a mistake. Just like the guy said, wrote that he must serve at least 85% of his sentence. The earliest he can walk is March 24th, 2029. Vogel solicited escorts to provide him with access to minors as young as 14 to 15 years old. So he had the escorts. He just paid the escorts to bring him minors. That is a story of someone who literally just threw it all away. Man who dumped 91,000 pennies to pay ex-worker is sued by feds. As it should be a crime. That man literally put 91,000 pennies back on the streets. They're a former employee of A.OK. Walker Auto Works filed a complaint with the state labor regulators in 2021, accusing the owner of failing to issue his final paycheck of $915. He got an unwelcome surprise, a mountain of 91,000 pennies covered in oil dumped in his driveway. Maybe that's what you get for working for somebody called AOK. But the worker, Andreas Flatten, may be having the last laugh. The U.S. Department of Labor has filed a lawsuit against the Peachtree, Georgia-based auto repair shop and owner Miles Walker after deciding that the stunt amounted to retaliation. Oh, according to the government's complaint, Walker decided to pay Flatten and pennies within hours of learning that he had contacted regulators over his missing paycheck. So what am I supposed to do? I keep asking you for my money. I keep asking you for my money. And if I go up there, you're going to call the police on me and say I'm not supposed to be on the premises. So what am I supposed to do? I go through the right avenues. And this is what you get. You should have fucking paid me. How can you make this guy realize what a disgusting example of a human being he is? Walker stated the Labor Department alleged in the suit. You know what? I've got plenty of pennies. I'll use them. A worker engaging with the Labor Department is protected under federal law. According to the agency, workers are entitled to receive information about their rights in the workplace and obtain the wages they earn without fear of harassment or intimidation. An official with the agency's wage and hour division in Atlanta said in a statement Wednesday. The Labor Department also determined that Walker had illegally deprived other workers at the shop of overtime pay, as well as failing to keep proper pay and work records. It is asking a U.S. District Court in Georgia to bar the defendants from any future breaches of the Fair Labor Standards Act, including retaliation and overtime violations. Yeah, obviously, apparently, I'm not there. I don't work for the company, but that really sounds like someone who does a lot of shady stuff with the books. A statement posted on AOK Walker Auto Works website labeled Pennies said the company asked the Labor Department if it was allowed to pay Flatten in cash of any denomination and that the agency did not offer specific guidance. The company removed the statement from its site on Friday. The repair shop also denied putting oil on the coins. That's just dirty. There were exactly 100,000 three pennies, 750 dimes, two quarters, a nickel, and his pay stub in the pile. The post states there is a lot more than what we were legally obligated to give him. Why so much more? We figured that we would have enough intelligence to just have the pennies counted and exchanged. Yeah, you stupid. You could have just, yeah. An employee of the auto shop declined to comment and said she did not know how to contact Walker. After the Labor Department filed its complaint, Flatten told Business Insider he would encourage other workers who feel they are wrongly denied their wages to file a complaint. Hell yeah. They definitely should not be scared to reach out. He told a news outlet, speak up. Don't be quiet about it because if you're quiet about it, it's just going to continue to happen to you and everybody else. Fun show. Fun show. Fun show. That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up, but I'll be sure to talk to you guys very, very soon. Adios.